Hey, so you were telling everybody that, you didn't have the season you wanted this year, and you're back. You've got a disc problem in your back, and you couldn't ride, and you were telling everybody you were retired, and you were going to be a riding coach / test guy, and we've been talking about that, and you've had a fantastic career and all of that, but dude, you're back. You are racing again, so take us through some of that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to unpack. First of all, like, I signed my deal in March of this year for next year. 2022 was, I asked for a 1-year deal because I wanted 2022 to be kind of my last season. I'm getting older and really want to have some more kids, and it's just not possible with, 3 kids or 4 kids or whatever and trying to go racing. So, my initial plan was to have 2022 be my last year. And then obviously my back got somewhat better before outdoors to a point where I felt comfortable going racing. I knew it was going to be sort of modest. If you look back kind of through my interviews and stuff, I was not like, I'm going to go back this title up.
Right. I definitely vouch for that. Right.
Yeah. I mean, the prep was limited. It was just like, when you're on and when you're not. And I knew that it was just not going to be great, but I thought that I could manage to kind of muster it out and make a season. It didn't, made it a race and a half basically. And at that point I was like, man, I'm going to have surgery or something because I can't live like this anymore. Went to a surgeon and he was like, one of the good, best guys in Southern California that I got hooked up with through Dr. G, got a couple different opinions, and they were all like, yeah, it's not that bad. Like, we're not really sure why you're in so much pain. So I chose the therapy route because that was kind of what they all decided. Like, if you can do therapy and see how it goes, maybe you can, make gains over the next couple months and you won't have to have surgery. But like, we don't know like the long-term prognosis, whatever. So I've chased this therapy route, and I was getting better and better. And then it kind of came time for me to give KTM a decision. I'd been going to the races most of the summer with the team and helping with the boys kind of day to day at Alden's, and that was kind of my position, I guess you would say. That was where I thought I was headed, and they had kind of made or asked me to make a decision by August 1st. And I kind of asked, like, hey, can I get till October the 1st? Because, like, my back better, but that's, August is only really, like, less than 2 months after when I got really, when I stopped in Colorado.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we'd really like it to be August the 1st because that gives us a lot more time with riders and stuff. So I was like, okay. So August 1st came and I had to make a decision, and that was the decision I had to make was like, hey, look, I'm not good enough. Like, I can't do this, take money, feel good about it. And they were like, okay, we're going to kind of carve out a spot for you.
Yeah, you actually seemed pretty at peace with it. It didn't seem, talking to you around that time, that you were, like torn or anguished about this. Like, you took a pretty, analytical look at it, and you were like, okay, well, I can't race like this, so I'm done. I expected it to be a harder decision for you. You really, you were just, you were pretty practical about it.
Yeah. And it was sort of the situation, right? Like, it wasn't really my decision. It was like, hey, we need a decision. I had a deal. They needed another rider if I wasn't going to race, whatever. Like, that's business. Like, I get it completely. And they had sorted me out, a pretty sweet little spot.
Yeah.
But then I was like, okay, maybe this is where I'm headed. But I mean, in my heart of hearts, I was still training every day and going to therapy and doing all the things to try to get better. But I just wasn't going to have time to let that unfold. Well, in the end, I did have time just because the way things played out. And I started riding a little bit, and I was like, hey, like, we're almost October 1st. Like, what do we do? And I had to get, some more checks and kind of get their people to sign off on it. And here we are. I'm going racing, and happy to make, go out in a different manner than what I was. I didn't really feel like that was the end for me, personally, but it was just going to be professionally what had to be done. So I'm really stoked to have another chance at it, and I'm all in.